My respects to all the Buddhas of the past, all the Buddhas of the future, and all the Buddhas of the present. Buddha is not one person, the awakened one. The awakened one is called Buddha. His name was Siddhartha, but the ultimate destination he has reached is Buddhahood. Krishna, he was born as Gopala. The ultimate destination was Krishna consciousness. Jesus even though he was born as Jesus, the ultimate arrival is Christ consciousness. Whatever, whoever you are born as, the deepest meditation process makes one the enlightened, the self-realized, one who has attained the mukti, moksha and nirvana. That is why always I pay my respects to all the enlightened, the awakened personifications. It is not me who is speaking at this juncture. I am only becoming a mouthpiece to all the awakened souls of this existence. It is my utter ignorance if I say the talk is from me. It is as if you choose certain frequency, FM or Sri Lanka, whatever, and the voice comes out. In the existence, God is not a person. God is an arrival. God is the ultimate destination. Everybody is born as an individual. The whole path, the spiritual path, the meditative path, the path of deconditioning, the path of purification makes one the purified one. The samskaras are exhausted. The mental modifications and impurities are totally removed. The whole existence, this is the real spirituality what all the masters taught in the earlier days. If you consider, once the ism comes in, Hinduism, Buddhism. Whenever that ism takes place, slowly 100 years after the master who has been responsible for certain system slowly gets contaminated. Due to the same story I was telling you about the Ganges. If you see, Buddha, he was not a Buddhist, he was a Hindu. Jesus was not a Christian, he was a Jew. So, whoever on whose name a certain ism has started, they never belong to that particular religion for which they were responsible or the source of that ism. Now, you just see whoever is, whether it is Krishna, whether it is Buddha, whether it is Jesus, whether it is Muhammad, they fought against the practices that prevailed then. Whatever extra baggage that has come into the system, they have removed. So, the original spirituality once again gets its real glory. Always the spirituality starts where religion ends. The spirituality is connected with your soul, your own spirit, the self. That is why the self-realization is the one all the masters were talking about. But what happens in due course? People add only rituals, beliefs, a dogma, and that particular issue corrupts the religion. The original masters, they always taught meditation. The whole life, Shiva, the father of yoga, in the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, the 112 sutras are related only to dhyana. The meditation techniques, all the Shiva Sutras were about only meditation. What is the posture he is sitting in his, he is always in Padmasana, absolutely meditative. Krishna was only meditating. Buddha was only meditating, Mahavir was only meditating, Jesus was only meditating, Muhammad was only meditating. Whoever he is, in the whole of spiritual history, if you can see, it is all connected with the path of cleansing your head, cleansing your mind, cleansing your soul. Now, what you find in the whole of existence, whichever religion, you just see, all the religions talk about peace, but what you find is war. All the religions talk about love, but what you find is hatred. Even the line, even the queue, people stand in a temple, they are trying to push the other. Each is pushing the other. There is only a conflict, a strife. Ultimately, what you do in a temple, you go 1,000 miles and then you close your eyes there in front of the Lord. Why not the same thing be done in your home? Is God so powerless that His power is not reaching our hometown? His power is immense. He is omnipotent, omniscient. Then why people started His energy is there only? It is true, but the secret of all our rishis, all the spiritual masters, was only meditation. Now, let us see, let us think, why the human being wanted or thought about a God. Why he thought about a God? He is not a physical reality. The slightest you are evolved on the path of higher consciousness, people understand that God is consciousness. You will have to evolve to the higher states of consciousness, but somehow people get bogged down to certain rituals and dogma. Now, what you find in the whole existence, somebody who is good in language, maybe he is a pandit in a particular language, Tamil, Malayalam or Telugu or some language, he is a lecturer in that particular language, he is a scholar and he is so good in narrating the poems, he becomes your religious master. Even though he did not care his body, he did not care his mind, he did not bother to change himself, he has not transformed himself, and people form a queue in front of him. Parrot talks, one who has memorized. I am not against the beautiful mantras. Mantras are unique. They have a vibrational frequency, but simply because you are narrating a good story, people spend long hours in hearing those stories, cannot bring great changes in the person who listens to these stories. As long as you are sitting in front of that Guru, you find everything is fantastic. Like Smashana Vairagya, you come out of the lecture, he is also angry with his friend and you are also angry, and you pick up a fight with your own circle of friends. What has got transformed? Spending hours and hours. Now people, they made their puja rooms. Puja is good actually. Puja means Purnatva Jayate, the totality, but do you find it now? They do their puja, they close the doors of the puja room or draw the curtain, and they think that God is hidden and they can do all the idiotic things, all the foul things can be done because they have closed the door of their puja room. Imagine in what context we are doing our puja. Even though the mantras, I myself have written a book on mantras, yantra, tantra, mantra, the secrets, the kundalini, the secrets of mudras, the higher practices in spirituality. In dhyana, dhyanam sharanam gacchami. All these books are talking about the deep practices of spirituality. What is that ultimate secret? Why the humanity thought about a God? Who is this God? Can he be pleased with few things told by somebody who even did not experience God? People have read about God, talked about God. It is about the experiencing of God takes place only in your meditation. You just see any human being, people who are unhappy, who are worried, who are suffering, who are miserable, they run for God. You please understand, when you are with that godly phenomena, you are anywhere blissful. Only when you miss it, you understand and you think about God. Whoever is unhappy, he is suffering from disease, undergone some misfortune, or some external or some problem, he talks about. In the past, God, the primitive man, was thinking about God because he was afraid of the external agents, maybe a thunder, maybe a cyclone, maybe a damage that was externally appearing, he thought of. Here I am not rejecting either godliness or consciousness. And this highest state of consciousness is absolutely true. The divine path, the spiritual path, is a sure guarantee for peace, health, happiness, bliss and abundance. And it is so easy, so real, you don't need somebody's guarantee that you will attain. It's your own experience. Your anger will come down, your passion, your past jealousy, your disease, your misery, your unhappiness, everything will just exhaust. They get obliterated just with meditation. I have seen, I am 64 years now. In the past, I had seen thousands and thousands of people who have undergone this meditation. They were absolutely peaceful, relaxed, their homes are far better. The very earth has become a heaven. You will realize that heaven and earth are not geographical positions, they are psychological attitudes. Heaven is here, hell is here. Let us realize the real spirituality. Please do not misunderstand. I am totally for Sanatana Dharma. I am totally for the spirituality, and God should be your own experience, it should not be your belief. Somebody believes in God, somebody doesn't believe in God, both of them are wrong. You believe and he does not believe, both are wrong. God is real, divinity is real, spirituality is real, godliness is real. Let us enjoy that particular divinity and godliness, transform ourselves into angels and gods ourselves. I wish you all the best and God bless you.